My child, Archangel Michael is right here with you at this moment, and I, your Heavenly Father, am speaking every word of this to you because it cannot wait. Now, if this message resonates with you, I want you to show your agreement by liking this video. When you press that like button, you are activating the flow of God's favor in your life. It is a simple act of faith that opens the door for heaven to move on your behalf. Someone from heaven, someone who once held you, laughed with you, or maybe only watched you from a distance in silence, is trying to speak to you right now. They have been trying to get to you by dreams, by soft winds brushing your face, by lights flickering when no one is there. You keep asking, why do I feel this odd pull in my heart? It is because they are trying to talk to you about a person in your life, someone you love, someone who is slowly walking away from you forever without saying a word. You might think everything is okay, but the silence is not peace. The quiet between you and this person is not comfort. It is a goodbye wrapped in calmness. And the one who has already crossed over, the one watching from heaven, is begging you to open your eyes before it becomes too late. They see something you do not. They see the pain hidden behind the words you hear. They see the way this person smiles around others but avoids your gaze. They are pleading with me, Lord, please let them hear me. Please let them understand before the goodbye is sealed. I am telling you right now, listen closely. Do you remember that day you felt sudden sadness for no reason? That was their whisper. Do you remember that moment you stared at the sky and tears filled your eyes? Even though you were not thinking of anything sad, that was the moment their spirit wrapped around you. They have been watching this person who is slowly detaching from you, and they are trying to prepare your heart, because this person, whether they are your friend, your love, your family, or someone you trusted with your heart, is leaving not in anger, but in distance. And you may not notice it yet, but soon you will stop scrolling for just a second. I, God, have something sacred to ask of you. Now, if this message feels like it is about you, if your heart is racing right now and you feel chills or tears rising up, that is not by accident. That is me confirming it is your moment. Take a breath. And my child, do not miss what I am about to say next, because in the next few paragraphs, I will reveal what is really happening, why heaven is so desperate to reach you, and what you must do now before this separation becomes unfixable. But before that, pause and do one small act of faith. Subscribe now. Yes, right now. By subscribing, you are activating God's prophetic promise and alignment in your life. Every time you return, you will find what your soul was looking for. This channel is one of the ways I speak to you. Now, as you step forward into this divine role, I invite you to declare your readiness. Type him in the comments below as a sign of your acceptance, as a bold statement that you are ready to step into your God-given purpose. As you write it, see yourself not as a victim of what was taken, but as an heir rising to claim what grace has already written in your name. And stay with me until the very end, because we'll be closing with a powerful prayer that will activate this release. Let it be part of your guidance. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Giving to this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. This is what I say over you now. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give and it will be given to you is not just a verse for Jesus, it is a living promise that shapes your future. Allow me to invite you now with a simple act of faith. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. The money you give today is not a donation. The act of spiritual obedience that lets your heavens open is what opens them. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. Now listen, the person who is walking away from you, they are not doing it out of cruelty. In fact, they do not know how to say it. They do not want to hurt you. That is why they have chosen silence. They are convincing themselves that distance will make the separation easier, that if they quietly detach, you will one day look back and realize they were gone, and maybe you will hurt less. But the spirit watching from heaven knows this plan will break you because you are the type of soul who loves deeply. You notice everything even when you say nothing. Your heart feels every shift, and that is why your spirit is trembling now, because part of you already knows. The person in heaven, they have been given permission to whisper this message into your life. They are not here to scare you. They are here to guide you. They are asking you to look again. Look deeper. Notice the texts that come late, the phone calls that stop, the stories that do not include you anymore. This person who once lit up when they saw you now avoids your presence like a painful memory. The one from heaven wants you to know this. Do not beg them to stay, but do not walk away in anger either, because this moment is a test, not of your worth, but of your wisdom. You have done so much to hold this bond together. You have waited, hoped, prayed, even cried silently behind closed doors. And heaven saw it all. I saw it all. Your tears were never wasted. But now the choice is not in your hands anymore. And that is why this message is urgent. Someone who passed away, who still loves you from the other side, is worried you will hold on too long. They are afraid you will lose yourself while trying to keep someone who is already halfway gone. You do not deserve to shrink yourself just to remain in someone's story. You deserve to be the chapter they cannot stop reading. But here is something you need to know. Even if this person leaves, you will not be left broken. Even if they never look back, your future is still filled with light. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear. You are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just peaceful steps toward clarity and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment everything begins to change for you. The link is waiting for you in the description and in the comments below. And this time, do not ignore the path heaven may be opening for you. And that person from heaven will walk with you through the darkness. You may not see them, but every moment you cry, they will be near. They will send you signs, a feather on your pillow, a song that suddenly plays, a stranger saying the exact words you needed. That is not a coincidence. That is heaven confirming you are being watched over, protected, guided. Now, my child, let me speak this into your heart. Let go without guilt. Let go without bitterness. Let go knowing that what is meant for you will never need convincing to stay. That is the truth the one in heaven is begging you to accept. They are not asking you to be cold. They are asking you to be strong. They are saying, do not lose yourself trying to hold someone who does not see your worth anymore. Your worth was never tied to their attention. Your value was never measured by their words. I created you with purpose far beyond this one person. And even though this hurts, it is not the end. You are not alone in this. Archangel Michael is already moving. Even as you hear this, he is clearing paths, removing energies that do not serve your healing, preparing new connections that are aligned with your soul. But here is the part that matters most. You must allow it. You must release the fear of loneliness and embrace the promise of divine companionship, because what you let go of now will make room for something much bigger, something holy, something meant. Let me say this again. The person in heaven sees everything. They see your nights of overthinking. They see your anxious heartbeat when you wait for a reply that never comes. And they are heartbroken watching you break in silence. That is why this message had to reach you today, not tomorrow, not later, now, because this week, yes, this very week, something will shift and you need to be spiritually ready. You will either have the chance to say goodbye with grace, or you will receive a sign so clear that will help you let go without needing any more words. I know you feel weak sometimes. I know you want answers, and I know you have tried everything to hold this together. But this is not a punishment, it is protection. This separation, this heartbreak is heaven's way of saving you from something that would have drained you forever. What feels like loss now is actually divine rescue. Do not confuse detachment with rejection. Sometimes I remove people not because they are bad, but because their chapter in your story is over. The one from heaven is saying, let it close with peace, and here is my promise. I will restore what was lost. I will refill your heart. I will send love that does not leave, connection that does not fade, peace that does not feel temporary. But I need you to trust me. Let go with faith. Let go with dignity. And when the ache comes, when the nights feel cold, remember this message. Play it again if you must. Hear my voice in every word. I am not just the God of beginnings. I am the God who comforts during endings. And this is not your ending. It is your redirection. The person from heaven is cheering you on. They see what you cannot see yet, but soon you will. You have been wondering why this pain feels so heavy, like it is not just yours. That is because part of the pain is coming from the one in heaven too. They loved you while they were here, and they still do. Their spirit is restless because they know what you are carrying alone. They see how you have been trying to smile while you are breaking inside. They know you are pretending you are okay, so no one worries, but your soul has been crying out for help in silence. That is why they keep whispering your name in the quiet. That is why this message reached you now. This is no accident. It is alignment. You did not find this message. This message found you. It was planned, prayed over, and sent from the divine realm straight to your heart, because I knew you would be ready. And I knew your spirit would recognize it the moment you heard my words. I do not want you to feel ashamed of your emotions. Even the strongest hearts feel weak sometimes. You are allowed to be confused. You are allowed to grieve. You are allowed to be angry, to ask questions, to wonder why things are falling apart when all you did was love with pure intentions. I saw that every moment you gave, even when you received nothing in return, I saw it. Every tear you wiped silently on your pillow so no one would ask questions, I saw that too. My child, you are not invisible to me. You never were. And now the one from heaven is making sure you know you are not invisible to them either. Even in death, their love for you did not end. In fact, it has grown louder, stronger, more urgent. Because time over there is not like time here. They see the ending that is coming before you can feel it fully. And they do not want you to be shattered when it arrives. That is why this message is not soft, it is not sugar-coated, it is raw. Because love does not always come in flowers and gentle winds. Sometimes love is a storm warning you before the thunder crashes down. Sometimes love shouts so loud because it knows silence will cost you too much. The one from heaven is shouting now. Through this video, through my voice, they are saying, please listen. Please do not ignore this. Please do not wait until the door is closed and you are standing there alone wishing you could have done something. We've reached the moment where this shifts from information to activation, where you stop being a passive receiver and become an active participant in your own upgrade. What I'm about to ask you to do might seem simple, but it carries heavenly weight. I want you to write exactly these words: I trust you. Not, I hope I can trust. Not, I'm trying to trust. Not, maybe this will work. God's timing responds to clarity, to certainty, to declarations made from your whole being. When you write those words, you're doing something far more powerful than leaving a comment. You're making a covenant with heaven. You're stating your intention to the Almighty. You're announcing that you're available for this transformation. You're giving permission for the process to accelerate. And child, the truth is you still can. Not to change their mind, but to change your own, to prepare your heart, to find peace before the pain reaches its peak. I need you to do something tonight. Sit in silence for a moment. No phone, no distractions, just your heart and mind. and say their name, the person from heaven. You will feel it. You will feel a warmth, a pressure on your chest, maybe even a breeze with no windows open. That is them. They will be there. And then say the name of the person who is leaving you. Speak it gently. Let the truth come to the surface. And then give it to me. Give me the pain. Give me the questions. Give me the heaviness. Because it is not yours to carry alone anymore. It never was. Your shoulders were made for purpose, not punishment. And yes, I know you are scared to let go. I know you are terrified of what your life will look like without them in it. But I also know this. What is coming is far more beautiful than what is leaving. You cannot receive what I have for you while clinging to something that is not rooted in love anymore. This is not abandonment. This is sacred release. A holy untying of souls that no longer grow in the same direction. And though it hurts, you will breathe lighter soon. The clouds will part, and you will realize the pain did not destroy you. It cleansed you. The one from heaven wants you to remember who you were before this person made you feel small. They remember your laughter, your innocence, your dreams. They miss that version of you. And I, your father, want to bring that part of you back. Not by forcing anyone to stay, but by giving you a reason to rise even when they walk away. You will not crumble. You will not be left behind, and you will not stay stuck in the H of goodbye. Because the goodbye is not the end. It is just the turn in a story where you discover who you truly are without needing someone else to define you. You may wonder if they will ever come back. That is not for you to worry about right now. What matters most is this. When they left, did you lose yourself trying to chase their shadow? Or did you find your light again? Let this be the moment you rise. Let this be the moment you say, if you have to go, I bless you. But I will not forget who I am just to keep someone from leaving. That is the strength I am planting in you now. That is the wisdom the one from heaven is trying to pass into your soul. They have seen the pattern. They have seen how many times you were left holding the broken pieces of what others dropped. And they are saying, no more, not this time. This time you walk away with your head high. This time you do not chase, you do not beg. You bless and release because your heart is too precious to keep offering it to people who do not know how to hold it. And I will send someone when the time is right who will hold it like treasure. But first you must clear the space. Let go of what feels familiar but weighs you down. Let go of the fear that you will never find this kind of love again. Because, child, this was not love. Not anymore. It was memory, comfort, habit. Love does not run. Love does not make you question your worth. Love stays, and love will come again, but not in disguise. Archangel Michael is wrapping his wings around you as you hear this. Feel that warmth, that sudden peace. That is him. And he wants you to know this. You are not alone in this transition. We are standing beside you. We are lifting you when your knees buckle. We are healing what was too painful to speak out loud. And we are going to show you something beautiful, something so divine that you will look back and thank the goodbye. Yes, you will thank it, because it gave you back to yourself. And to you who is still reading, still listening, still holding on, I want you to promise me something. When the moment comes and you feel them slipping away, do not collapse. Do not run after. Do not lose your light, look up. Remember this message and say, God, I trust you. Even when I do not understand, I trust you and I will honor that. I will multiply that trust into blessings you cannot imagine. The one from heaven will celebrate your courage, and the chapter ahead will feel like healing poured into every crack you thought would stay broken forever. Yes, my child, let me continue because your heart is still listening, still needing this. And I am not done speaking into your soul. You may feel like no one understands you right now, that even the people you are close to cannot fully grasp what has been happening inside your spirit. You smile, you show up, you go through the motions, but deep inside there is a storm you have kept hidden. You wonder, if this person really knew me, why would they leave? You ask, why does it feel like the more love I give, the faster people drift? Let me answer that for you, not with anger, but with love. Because sometimes the deeper your heart, the more people get scared of their own reflection in it. You loved them with a purity they did not know how to receive. You were patient. You waited. You forgave. You kept hoping they would come around, change, see you. But instead, they became more distant, more guarded, more silent. And heaven cried with you when you cried in secret. The one from heaven has seen the way you talk to me at night, the way you whisper your prayers like soft confessions, as if you are ashamed to ask for more. You have told me, God, I will be okay even if they do not come back. But please help me understand why it hurts so much. And here is my answer spoken from the realm of light through the soul who once held you. It hurts because you truly gave your heart. And that is not a small thing. It hurts because your intentions were honest, your love was deep, and your hope was sincere. But not everyone knows what to do with something so rare. Some people only understand shallow waters. And when you bring the depth of your ocean heart, they panic. They leave not because you are not enough, but because your presence revealed their own emptiness. And now, as they quietly leave, they carry guilt they will not speak about. Because deep down they know you are real. But child, let me comfort you with this. Their departure is not your destruction, it is your deliverance. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying, the quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, and the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system created to gently guide you toward peace, stability, and a clearer future, one faithful step at a time. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated, just peaceful steps toward clarity and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is waiting for you in the description and in the comments below, and this time, do not ignore the path heaven may be opening for you. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our exclusive community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. What you thought would break you is actually what is setting you free. I am removing what was not rooted in me. I am protecting your destiny by allowing what is not aligned to exit your life. The one from heaven is standing beside me, nodding. They know what is coming for you is bigger, purer, kinder. But first, the detachment must happen. Not because you are being punished, but because your next season cannot carry old weight. You have outgrown the version of yourself that accepted less just to feel needed. And now I am calling you higher, to heal, to rise, to recognize your own divine worth without needing someone else's eyes to validate it. And yes, I know you still love them. That love does not just turn off like a switch. That is why this is so painful. You keep replaying the memories, holding on to the good days, trying to figure out where it all started to shift. And in doing that, you are blaming yourself. But stop right now. This was not all your fault. In fact, it was not fault at all. It was fate. Some people come into your life to be lessons. Some are mirrors, some are tests, and some are bridges. They are not meant to stay, they are meant to carry you across a season. And once you are on the other side, they gently disappear. Not because you failed, but because their purpose was completed. This person, they were a bridge. But the one from heaven, they are not going anywhere. They have become part of your soul support system, and they will not rest until you are walking in peace again. So now I am giving you a gentle command, not to control you, but to protect you. Let them go. Do not beg. Do not chase. Do not text at midnight hoping for a reply that confirms you still matter. You have always mattered. And if someone cannot see your light, that is not proof you are invisible. That is proof they are blind. Let me bring you someone who sees. Someone who does not flinch at your fire. Who does not run from your softness. Who does not disappear when you start speaking from your heart. That is the kind of love I have stored up for you. But it is still waiting, hidden behind the door that only opens when you stop knocking on the one that is already closed. The person from heaven is watching over this next week carefully. They know this is a turning point that you will be tempted to call, to explain yourself, to ask why. But child, what if I told you that no explanation would give you the peace you are looking for? What if the real closure was never in their answers, but in your decision to no longer need one? That is where your power begins. When you no longer seek healing from the person who caused the wound, that is when your spirit starts to breathe again. That is when I begin to work behind the scenes, aligning miracles you did not even ask for because your heart finally made space. And if tonight feels heavy, if your chest is tight and the tears are close, it is okay. Cry, let it out. That is not weakness. It is release. You do not have to be strong every second. Heaven understands. The one from the other side is wrapping warmth around your shoulders now. They know how much you gave. They know how much you lost. And they are whispering in your ear even now. Do not stay here. You are meant to keep going. So take the next breath, the next step, the next moment. And when doubt creeps in, come back to this message. Let it be your anchor. Let it remind you I, the Lord your God, am not finished with your story. The end is not written here. This is a divine pause, not a period. Yes, my child. Let me finish with your heart still needs to hear, because there is a part of you that is still holding on, still wondering if maybe, just maybe, this is all a mistake and they will come back and everything will feel the same again. But I must tell you something gently and clearly so your soul can begin to rest. Even if they do come back, they will not come back the same, and neither will you. You are changing even now. This heartbreak, this silence, this strange goodbye that never really had words, it is transforming you. The one from heaven is watching this transformation with both sorrow and pride. Sorrow because they see your pain. Pride because they see you surviving it. You have stopped apologizing for feeling too much. You have started asking deeper questions. You have begun to look in the mirror and wonder who you really are without needing to be needed by someone else. This is the turning. This is what growth looks like. It is messy, it is lonely, it is confusing, but it is holy. And as you sit there reading these words, listening to them echo in the quiet spaces of your heart, I want you to realize something profound. The fact that you are still here, still open, still hopeful, still willing to feel is proof that your spirit is stronger than any storm that tried to break you. The pain did not win. The goodbye did not silence your soul. The fading love did not dim your light. And though it still hurts, you have already begun healing little by little without even realizing it. The one from heaven, one who loves you beyond space and time, has been walking beside you through every sleepless night. They sat beside you the day you tried to smile through the ache. They reached for you every time you whispered, I cannot do this anymore. And each time they helped lift your spirit back up, even when you did not know where the strength came from. That strength, that was me, that was them. That was heaven not letting you go. So now let this be the moment you choose peace. Not the peace that comes from everything being fixed, but the peace that comes from trusting that I am still writing your story. The person leaving was not your final chapter. They were a paragraph in your evolution, a season in your journey. But I, the author of all things, have more to write. More love, more joy, more moments that will remind you why you kept going. And I will use even this sorrow to create something beautiful. You will not just heal, you will thrive. Now share this prophetic word with your network. When you share, you activate the anointing and allow that breakthrough to flow into the lives of those around you. Hit the share button now and be a vessel of God's power. You will look back on this and say, I did not understand it then, but now I see it was necessary, and you will mean it. Not because you forgot the pain, but because the purpose became greater than the ache. The one from heaven is smiling now, not because they enjoy your sadness, but because they know how strong you truly are. They know the day is coming when you will wake up, take a deep breath, and feel the weight finally lift. You will look out the window, see the light touch the earth, and something in you will shift. You will no longer be waiting for someone else to bring you peace. You will have found it in me, in yourself. And in that moment they will celebrate with all of heaven because you made it. You crossed the bridge. You did not stay in the sadness. You did not lose yourself in the goodbye. You remembered who you were, and you returned to the truth of your worth. So now, my precious child, walk forward not with fear, but with quiet courage. Let them go if they must leave. Wish them well, but do not follow them into places your soul does not belong. You are not meant to beg for space in someone's heart. You are meant to overflow with so much light that the right ones are drawn to you naturally. And I will make sure those people find you, because I always finish what I start. And this is just the beginning. Keep your heart open. Keep your eyes on me. Keep believing that what is next is not